Good morning, video diary. It's the 7th of May. Just woken up whilst I slept. Another 10 hours. I'm absolutely exhausted. I was so angry yesterday with all the idiot doctors who, A, left me, who is apparently mentally ill, something wrong with me. What's wrong with me is I was absolutely exhausted and so upset, so angry that I can't even say it out loud. That me, who's apparently mentally ill, was left home alone with all my first aid kit that a yacht skipper might have, which I'm actually trying to sort out. So let me just show you that again. And exhausted. Oh God, sit down, Stephen. Am I capable of sitting down? Yes. Am I in control? Of course I am. Do I have any suicidal thoughts? Of course not. I value life more than anything else in the world. Am I worried about my wife? I'm absolutely worried about my wife because we went into a hospital where apparently doctors are fucking idiots are supposed to make people better. Hippocratic oath, not the Hippocratic oath. Have you ever read the original Hippocratic oath from Greece? So that's me angry, okay? But I am a gentle man. I am a man who is gentle, or a gentleman and an officer of the Royal Air Force. For all the fucking idiot doctors, he said, swearing, still in control because I'm a gentle man. This is my faith. And it's from somebody who's very important. I've met her son. I've met both her... Sorry, let me rephrase that. I've met her son. His name is Charles or Charlie. And he said to me something very important when I was stood there in the Falklands. He said, "What do you do?" At the time I was confused. I thought, well, clearly I fly these. And that was the tornadoes I was on. Many years later I met his, so let me start again because I'm knackered. Are my thoughts all over the place? Yes, because I'm still angry that I went into hospital with my wife because she was mentally ill. Let me explain why she was mentally ill. She was mentally ill because 2 months ago on the 5th of March, so 2 months and 2 days, apparently I've got a brain. 2 months and 2 days ago, I was admitted with severe PTSD. I mean severe. The traumas that I'd suffered over the past 30 years in the military were severe. From piss blokes jumping on top in the back of the bus, not their fault, but certainly the fault of somebody who allowed a young officer, me, to be left on the back of a bus overseas. Doesn't matter where it is, because I'm not the sort of person who would grass on somebody. I protect my friends. Anyway, a bunch of young corporal, sergeant, whatever, jumped on top of me in the back of the bus. And whilst I'm able to react quickly, like flying in the back of a tornado at Mach 2 and telling the pilot how to avoid trouble, that's something that I'm able to do because I was trained to do so. That is not a problem. That was my job. Don't worry, I'm going to come back to what happened recently. I'm still with it. I'll give you a clue first of all, in case you think I'm a complete idiot. This is the lady that I was talking about. She is remarkable. She is Her Majesty the Queen. We'll come back to what that says and why I believe in it. Am I exhausted? Yes. So, drink of water. For those who don't know what a drink of water is, it's called Maslow's hierarchy of needs. This is water. You get it from a tap. This is water. Use it for a shower. Let's have a gong on that one. This is water. You get it from a tap, but I prefer not to drink that water because A, it costs a lot of money, and B, it's chlorine in it, which is a good thing and a bad thing, depending on your point of view or your state of health or a whole bunch of other things. Sorry, I'll start again. Calm myself down. Right, the reason I'm angry is because the NHS has tried to kill me and my wife at numerous times over the past few weeks by not listening to a word I have been saying. Are you listening? Are you looking at me? The National Health Service has not been listening to a word that I, a qualified yacht skipper, I've just sailed a yacht across the Atlantic. If you want to get proof, speak to Dave Gunn or David Gunn. He runs a company in Canada. He's a very smart man. If you want proof, speak to Ben Pickersgill. He was the captain of the yacht as we sailed across. I was the first mate. Both of us were capable, all of us were capable of sailing that yacht, but we assigned roles. It's called chain of command. I'm quite familiar with that. The reason I'm so upset today is this is the day that my mum went to heaven or died, depending on your point of view. On this day, 7th of May, I'm not going to tell you the year, because right now I can't even remember it because I'm so exhausted. I was 26, she was 44. 28 years ago. 1992, I can't remember, 1984. My mum died and went to heaven. She was riddled with cancer. She'd had a mastectomy. She was the sort of person who laughed at everything. She even gave, after a mastectomy, she used to give a silicone implant to Tommy, her boyfriend, Tommy McManus, Big Tam. He was a man. He is a man. Anyway, back to the point of why I'm so angry. I had to do CPR on my mum that day. That was very, very, very traumatic for me. Very traumatic, but I had to stay strong. I knew she was gone. But I tell you something, she's here in my heart. She's everywhere in my heart. Because my mum was the strongest person I ever knew. This is the rest of my family. This man at the front is remarkable. He's in heaven watching down on us. The rest of us are still here. Most of us behaving like fucking idiots. Excuse my French. Peut-être... je marche lentement. C'est vrai. Merci Josiane. J'étudie en français. Je parle lentement. Je ne comprends pas le français. Écoutez. L'oiseau. Merci l'oiseau. Elle est très très heureuse aujourd'hui, oui? Oui, bon. Merci pour mon français. I'm trying to learn French. I was listening to some people last week. I'll speak to about them in a minute. This is my family. My family is me, my beautiful, beautiful wife. My gorgeous, gorgeous wife is up right now trying to sell her house under stress because they're fucking idiots. And the NHS didn't listen to a fucking word I said, you stupid twats. Excuse my French. Sorry, I'm not swearing. It'd be better that I swore in French, actually. I'd be really grateful if somebody... I know a guy in The Matrix. I'm going to listen to what he said. Wiping your ass with silk. I'll come back to him in a minute. He's a great guy. So I'm going to swear in French next time because the French are very, very, very polite, very loving. I think in fact, I would definitely rather be French than English. But I'm fucking proud to be a Scot, I tell you that, by the way. I'm fucking proud to be a Scot. This is why I'm proud to be a Scot. I'm going to be Scottish for the day. I'm not some fucking stupid Sassenach twat. Excuse my English. That's better. If I swear today, it's going to be in English. Not as a Royal Air Force officer, but it's just somebody who has to deal with the English stupid twats. So that's better. So my family for Scotland is, I'm going to speak bland a minute, otherwise people from the south won't understand a word I'm saying. I've still not even had a drink of water. I'll come back to feeding the fish at the moment. That's very, very important to me. Why? Because they are alive. My fish are alive, not dead. Okay? So for the NHS, do you understand the difference between alive and dead? Or is it Schrodinger's cat in your case? Idiots. This is called a knife. Some of the idiots say a knife is dangerous. Let me explain to you why a knife is dangerous, and let me explain to you why a knife is not dangerous. This, stabbing yourself in the heart, is dangerous. Do you understand what dangerous is? You fucking idiots. Right. This is a fire. Fires can get hot. Fires can be cold. Let me demonstrate with a knife. Oh, everybody's scared now. Well, let me reassure you, there's no way on this earth I would ever intentionally hurt myself. So, for the idiots, that's it. That's not the doctors who are trying to make people better, but the idiots in charge. This knife that you can buy from a shop can be very dangerous. If you fall on it or it stabs you in the eye, that's going to fucking hurt. I, as a Royal Air Force officer, understand pain in terms of I've put my life on the line for you. I have put my life on the line for you multiple times. My granddad, a hero, must be crying in heaven right now. Let me introduce you to Granddad. He's very, very important to me because he is a hero. And he certainly was when he put his life on the line. Before we get to that, and we'll come back to the knife, don't worry. It's from Morphy Richards, so I think he's a great guy. Let's put the knife somewhere safe. Safe is not dropping it on your feet. I've done that. Safe is not sticking it upside down where you might stand on it. That is unsafe. Right. When I was 4, my grandma and mum and granddad taught me the difference between safe and unsafe. This is called safe. The knife is not dangerous. Idiots who accidentally leave sharp objects where somebody might get hurt is unsafe. Following this so far? Right. I think I should speak in Scottish again, because then otherwise somebody thinks I'm sort of posh twat. Right, alright mate. Right. I was brought up in the sort of place, Castlemilk in Glasgow, where fucking shit happens, you know what I mean? People get chipped, people get all sorts of stuff, but they were good guys, honest fucking Scottish mates. You know, sometimes getting the shit. I won't talk about my brother because he's a hero, but he got real in the shit, you know what I mean? And it wasn't his fault, because I tell you it wasn't his fault, because he was out drinking one night and he had in a bottle, and I bought a beer, bought a Buckfast, whatever. Somebody just slipped one in, you know what I mean? And he got a bit fucking crazy, man. Bit ganja, bit weed, but how's your father? And he is a fucking man, and he's here on this earth trying to stop all the stupid twats doing fucking stupid things. The person he really understands is me. We are brothers in arms. I love my fucking brother more than any other twat. Do you understand that I, Stephen William Savage, Royal Air Force officer, military veteran retired, I'm in control of my actions. I would never hurt a fly, quite literally. I would never intentionally hurt a fly. Car going past too fast. People got upset yesterday. Stupid people said, you're standing in the front of the road when the car's coming. No word of a lie. I have video evidence. I have video evidence, but I've also got a brain that remembers shit. In my case, quite a lot of shit, because apparently I've got a photographic memory. Now, you've got a photographic memory. Let me show you how it works. Close one eye, close another eye. If you cannot see with your eyes, you can hear. What can you hear? Can you hear the fish? You can certainly hear the bubbles in the fish. If you've got very good hearing, you might be able to hear some of my friends in the garden. We'll come back to what looks like a complete mess. In case anybody's wondering, 90% of this you can get from the chemist. I'm going to give you a clue for those in the NHS or the government. It starts with M and ends with education. No, it starts with M, me, educating the fucking idiots. Medication. This is my tablets for the week. Oh my God, he's about to have an overdose. Oh, it says Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Oh no, it starts with Sunday, day of rest. Look at Bordeaux today. Google, Frank, fly all the idiots out to Bordeaux and stand in the square. I can tell you where it is, but you might be an idiot if you don't understand what the hell's going on. People are resting. Je reste ici, oui. Ma femme et moi restez ici. I remember everything about my trip to France, everything. As we were sat there, you can Google this, it'll be on these things called cameras. It would have recorded our movements. It would have recorded our trips out to France. And let me tell you the hardest thing I have ever, or one of the two hardest things I've ever had to do. One was help my wife recover from the trauma of watching me being very seriously ill. I had severe PTSD. We talked about that earlier. In case you're wondering how long has passed, about 17 minutes and 25 seconds have passed since I started this recording, approximately. I've got a good sense of timing. I did cheat a little bit there because it said 17:25 on the thing, so I cheated on time in case you're wondering. However, I've got another sense of timing. This is called a heartbeat. Now, stupid people, that's unfair. People who do not understand how the heart works fully, who haven't not been educated, the heart beats, the blood goes up to the brain and back down again through the rest of your body. That keeps you alive. When I did CPR on my mum, laying down, everybody remembers it, don't we? Shall we sing it together? You remember the advert? I'll give you a clue. You're trying to keep people not dead. The Bee Gees had a good idea. Get your fists together. Ha, 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 staying alive, staying alive. Ha, 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 staying alive. Ha, ha, ha. Let me tell you, if there was a fire right now, what I would do. What would be the first thing I would save? Would I save the big, expensive hi-fi that I've got in the corner? No, wouldn't give a shit, because on top of the big expensive hi-fi, if anyone wants to steal it, then you're welcome. I would prefer if you didn't. I prefer to have a chat to you. It says on the top, dear friend, if you are in trouble, please call me. That is my number. I am not a posh twat, was brought up in a council estate. Steve. So if somebody needed money, look, idiot. So that is important to me. I've left some of my records out. Now, these records are important because they cost a lot of money. When I was growing up, we had no money at all, but we had happiness. We used to go to Kings Park, we used to go to Lynn Park, we used to pick up a bottle like this. It was empty, you get 5p back in it, we get ice creams all day. Me and my brother, walking about the place. Oh, it was fucking great, mate, you know what I mean? And didn't matter. It always that really sharp, dangerous knife. Oh, knife, please don't stab me. No, no, no. Knife, knife. Please don't stab me. Oh, thank you, knife. Thank you, knife, for staying safe in the sink with the plastic. Oh, do you feel safer now, Stephen? No, I'm a bit worried because I've been left home alone. Oh, shall we have... Oh. Right, battery's running low. Do you know what that means? When the battery is running low. When my batteries were running low, I had to rest. I'll come back to the fucking idiots in the NHS. I'm not going to name any individual names because I'm not the sort of person who would grass somebody up. Right, what I'm going to do is have some breakfast and show you how I do my day. In fact, this is going to be a video recording the entire day. You might learn something about how to live your life and not die. But you're definitely going to learn something. The next 24 hours, I'm going to record the whole lot, and then we'll stay alive. Here's Tigger one. Here's Tigger. Right, Tigger is the most important person in this house right now. I'm Tigger because I've got a lot of bounce, but the really important Tigger, the Tigger that I would save, first of all, above anybody else, would be Tig. This is Tig. Tig is real to my wife. Tig is more real to my wife than any other person, human, animal, mum, not her daddy, because her daddy left her to went to heaven. Tig is the person that she's poured her heart into since her husband and her split up. I'm not going to explain the circumstances in which they split up because I don't grass anybody up. I'm sure that her ex-husband is a good man because I don't have any revenge or remorse. I don't have that in my body. I would never intentionally exact revenge. I would certainly never intentionally ever try and hurt somebody. Let Tig and you guys watch this whilst I explain a few things about hurt. You might learn something, you know what I mean? Here's Tiggy. This is another Tiggy. Tiggy, want to go for a wee? This has got what I call a hot water bottle. You know what a hot water bottle is? It's a hot water bottle. The hot water goes in the top. It's kept safe by making sure that after the hot water goes in, it's very tight. We'll come back to how to fill up a hot water bottle later. You will learn something that might save you having extremely bad burns. I've burnt myself on a number of occasions. Luckily, because I'm a trained first aider, did I mention I'm a yacht skipper who goes around the world? Probably did do. In case you're wondering how much time is passing, it's about 22 minutes and 40 seconds. Have you learned anything so far that might help save your life? Heartbeat. Let me test mine. It has been elevated for me. My wife's heartbeat, as when we went into hospital yesterday with somebody who was diagnosed PTSD, a consultant, sorry, let me rephrase that, a doctor apparently qualified in psychiatric medicine, somebody who claimed to be a doctor of the mind, said to me when I explained that I was exhausted, having been up all night, we'll come back to that in a second as to why I was fucking exhausted. You, Stephen William Savage, Stephen Wally Savage, that's a better name. Thanks, Tig. Tigger's watching me to make sure I don't fuck this up. God is definitely watching me to make sure I don't fuck this up. I believe in God. We'll come back to that in a minute. I believe in God because God saved me. I was an atheist so far left of the spectrum I'd make Richard Dawkins, Hawkins, any other scientist look like a Sunday school teacher. I was so far an atheist I went back and I went all the way around and I became a believer again. I was so insane that I was sane. I'm so far on the spectrum. In case you don't know what a spectrum is, Clive Sinclair made some. I had one of those. They also had a ZX81. Lots of the doctors are ZX81s. They are living in the past and they've got as much computing power as a ZX81, about 1K. Maybe some of you got the 16K wobbly RAM pack. but you are black and white. Those of us on the spectrum are colourful. We have red and yellow and pink and green, purple and orange and blue. I can sing a rainbow, sing a rainbow, sing a rainbow too. Are you learning anything so far? Because those of us with a little bit of scientific background will realise that light through a prism creates white light, but sometimes black. Absence of light. Right, here is, do not try this at home unless you are trained to do so. This is very important. You might hurt yourself. So I am not asking you to do this. I'm saying do not, this is a serious point, do this at home unless you have had appropriate training. My training was military training, parachute landing falls. I've done a number of parachutes on the sort of parachutes that they used during the Second World War. We'll come back to that in a minute. I'm so angry. Let me make sure that my battery's okay. I don't want it to run out of charge. I've not had any drink, so let's come back to that in a minute. Let's quickly do this. So, when I'm going around, I'm going to do my morning stretches, I have a quick check to make sure everything's safe. When I was, that pain was in my wrist because I broke that when I was 14 on a roller skate. I'll come back to that. It was a bit of a U-shape at the time and it hurt, but I wanted to play my computer game, so I just waited till Mum got home until somebody came to fix it. I tell you, it did hurt at the time though, because I went down and bent on it and it was kind of U-shaped wrist. It was a bit wobbly. Woohoo! Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. Right, it's important, very important for your safety, so that a whole bunch of stuff, which I'll come back to later, doesn't clog up your shower and you don't get standing water, is to run your showers regularly. If you've been away on holiday, we had a number of safety precautions. When I was the commandant, does that mean I'm hi? No, I was the commandant of what was Royal Air Force Manston. When I was there, it was MOD. I was the station commander. I was the commander of that station. I had a number of excellent staff. Why am I still running the shower? Can you taste the dust? I can. What I'm going to do to reduce the dust, get ready, this is very complicated for those of you in the NHS, is called, here we go. It's a miracle. The air is fresh. Hallelujah. Let me just get in the shower. Now before I get in the shower, I've got a t-shirt on. Shall I take it off or should I take it on? Okay, I'm going to just get naked in front of you. You're watching. This is how much I give a shit. I told you I'm insane. Apparently, according to some top leading psychiatrists, insane. You can leave your hair on. You can leave your hair on. Time to get naked. Baby, take off your clothes. Real slow. I still need a drink of water. Stay on that channel whilst you listen to the shower. The reason I'm running the shower for an extended period is not to waste water. It's to make sure there's no standing water in it. Doctors should know this. I definitely knew this when I was the station commander, when I was in charge of 3,000 students a year, trainee firefighters, in case you want to know what those are. Sorry, let me take that back. I was in charge of 3,000. I was in charge of the station and a number of excellent warrant officers working for me and firefighters who instructed them. I was just the man in charge. I knew virtually nothing about firefighting, apart from how to operate a fire hose. By the end of that 2 years in charge of those amazing people, lots of good guys, Simnex, a whole bunch of other really good guys. Right, I'm now going to jump in the shower because I'll feel better. If you want to see me naked, then you got no chance. Do you know why? Well, you can see my ball bags if you want. Can I give you a clue? Whoa. Yeah. Ball bags. You know what I'm saying? Right. I'm going to take these ball bags off though. Right. You like my shorts? I call these shorts. Some people say, you can't go swim with those. Those are shorts. Oh, they're swim shorts. Can you swim in these shorts? Fucking, I don't know. I should just get naked. You can't go swimming in shorts that are no designed for water. Ball bags. Oh, don't forget, my wrist is fucked. Oh, my knee's fucked. I'll come back to that in a minute. No, my knee's not fucked. My patella is hurting because of the times that I used to run on the roads. I learnt about knees when I was 3. There was a song we wrote about that, didn't we? Heads. I'll come back to that song. I'm going to turn the water off because that is a waste of water. I'll come back to how we do a shower in a minute because I'm really hungry. I might just wear my ball bags for a minute. Do you know what? My beautiful wife, when we have guests, put these on. We call these, any clues? Listen. Those are my friends. The non-human friends. I think they're very sensible because they only kill to eat, mostly. Or they might do it in training when they're trying to learn, when they're young. I love the wildlife. I, at times, get very, very angry with stupid humans who kill my friends. But I would never exact revenge upon them because I'm a gentleman. Did we say that? 31 minutes have passed in case you wondered. If you learnt anything. Look at that. Look at that. Now, I'm not a posh twat or anything like that. You know what I mean? I'm just a bloke who worked his bollocks off. And I got so ill that twice during my life. I'll come back to what happened to my ex-wife in a minute because that's not nice. And she's still okay. But so while we got on, let me show you how to get up in the morning. Let me show you how very pure should get up in the morning. But I'm not going to do it in this bed because the bed is nice and clean, ready for guests. And that would be self-show if you want me to throw all my skin. What do you mean throw your skin? Have you ever exfoliated? So I'm going to shower like a man and a woman. Do you know what I'm saying? Shower like a man. Takes about 4 seconds. In, out, shake it all about. We in the shower. Where you willy. Woohoo! Oh, that's how a man showers. But today I'm going to shower like a man and a woman. Watch and learn. Okay, you're listening? Watch and learn. I'm not going to shut the fuck up because I've got the Matrix. Still got my ball bags on. Time to get naked. You ready? Get your kit off. Oh fucking hell, I forgot. I'm going to play my balls in a minute. No, I'll play my balls when everything's warm. So, watch if you want. But, one sec. Oh yeah. Let's take gotta take my hat in the shower as well. In case it rains. You know what I'm saying? Fucking hell, is anyone coming up with the programme? I thought that was quite funny. I'm going to put my hat on in case it rains. I definitely need a drink of water. Now, the water at the top here is quite nice. It's not perfect because over the last week I've been cleaning these taps using all sorts of stuff. I've used Ducky. Where's Ducky? This is Ducky. Cleaners, in my humble opinion, what's clean? I'll come back to cleaners in a second. I'm going to pause this. I can't remember what cleaners are. Cleaners in French. I've got a good idea. Bring Ducky with me. Ducky's very important. I'll get a nice glass of water from the tap. Oh, danger. Getting carried away. I almost went down in a dangerous situation. Stop right there. I'm carrying a phone. I was about to go downstairs. Do you know? Look it up on your satellite. In fact, I'll tell you what to do. Put some satellites in space. Spend 2,000 years creating an iPhone. Spend a gazillion, billion pounds to make sure that people don't hold the gazillion million iPhone that's communicating with space and run downstairs, break their leg, die, fall, whatever. I know lots of people, including me, who have really hurt themselves falling downstairs. Recently, my beautiful mother-in-law, Bridget, fell down some stairs outside. I caught her, literally, as she was about to smash her head on that gravel. She'd suffered some bad cuts and bruises. My wife was understandably in a panic. I was calm because A, I'm a trained first aider. I've got a piece of paper to prove it. Idiots. I've also got years of experience dealing with injuries. I'll come back to that in a minute as to what's happened to me and why it's a miracle that I am still alive. So who wants to see me get my kit off? You can leave your head on. Luckily yesterday I was going to do something funny and I had a few layers on, you know what I'm saying? So, time to get my kit off. You can leave your head on. He's put his kit on, he's daft. Do you think I might get my willy in front of you? Who wants to see it? Wiggle it just a little bit. Oh, you know what I'm doing right now? Well, I'm dancing. Now, this isn't an exact weight because if the number is, that's zeroed. That says 71.8. But look, you idiot, you've got your hat on, it might start raining. Now I'm running that shower to make sure that there hasn't been any standing water in it. Like, standing water means water that's standing still. If you... I'll come back to what's in standing water and what's in other water in a minute. Right, I'm going to test the temperature. I'm going to test it by reaching out my hand, touching it, feel, hot, cold, hot. Right, watch this and learn while I get my kit off. Let's go sideways. 36 minutes have passed, right, that's enough water wasted. When I go sailing around the world, that is not an exaggeration. I've just taken a yacht. We talked about that earlier. 36 minutes have passed, in case you're wondering, since I started this video. We know a lot about water. The only drinking water that we carry is maybe a few hundred litres for a month's trip. So I know in a survival situation, did I mention that I'm a combat survival instructor, Arctic survival instructor, sea survival instructor, flying instructor from the rear seat, and that I was in the past, but look, I remember what to do. I'm going to show you how to do a head and brain massage in a minute. I learnt this when I was 3, when my granny rubbed my hair. Leading top scientists in the world, God, they must understand the science, have calculated that with the law of Newton and gravity and shampoo, which contains, let's see what shampoo contains: Loxy, Moxy, Bloxy, yellow, trichloroglycerine, extra nitrogen, expandio, or shampoo as I like to call it. It's got loads of stuff in it. I don't think the people in L'Oreal would want to kill me. No. They would want to love me like a lover's hands. Oh, let's start a bit of dancing. You ready for this? You're gonna love this. You can leave. Let's get your kit off now. Stop fanning a bit. Oh, I still got these ball bags on. And how do you want to show your ball bags on? Oh, I definitely want to show my ball bags on. Otherwise, my balls would fall out. Quite literally. I had a hydroseal years ago. You know what it was? Sorry for the doctors, a hydroseal. I'm talking to the children now. Are you listening? Idiots. A hydroseal is when your balls have got a lot of water in them. And I had a balls, fucking this big, huge. When he was in there, I already had my 2 bairns. My 2 amazing sons were born. Unfortunately, the middle child didn't come alive, and I said it about my ex-wife earlier. Jackie, who's an amazing woman and who's found a new partner, and I'm really, really grateful that God has brought them together. But that's family business, so you in the media can fuck off, and when you get there, fuck off again. If you even print a word of my family, I will sue you for £1 billion a day, and every single penny of that will go to charity. I'll start it at £1 billion a day. That's what I'll fine you for, and then it'll go up. I'll double it every day until you stop printing shite about me. Or I might just say, please be nice for once and think about what's going on, because I'm a gentleman who's in control of his actions. But you hear that? I need to blow my nose. Let me explain to you how you blow your nose. This is important if you want to be able to breathe well. It took me a long time. This was a hard thing for me to do when I was young. Very hard. I know lots of adults who still don't know how to blow their nose. Now we talk about cleanliness and cleaners. we talked about weight. You still want to know what my weight is. I told you earlier. I'll take my hat off whilst I'm doing it. Watch. Oh, 71.4. But for every action there's equal opposite reaction. Einstein, we know about that, don't we? 71.45. That is almost irrelevant, because that's based on the current gravitational field that we're in. Mass versus weight. We know about that. We learned that in school, didn't we? I was trying to teach you how to blow your nose. I put the hat down on the nice clean mat. Stupid. That was my fault. I cleaned the floor yesterday intensely. I'm going to clean it on the way out. I'll show you how to do that. Give it a good blow. Throw it straight into the toilet, because that way you keep on the floor clean. You don't spread all your germs all over the floor, traps them on your feet, walk them outside and start a coronavirus or some other sort of global virus. Or give everybody the cold of a winter, like your granny or your gran or your great gran or your son or your daughter. So if the NHS idiots and government idiots would like to learn something, first of all, teach people how to blow their nose. We spent 2 years during the coronavirus, which was, in my humble opinion, a blessing rather than a disguise, even though it nearly killed me. I think it actually killed me. I'll come back to that in a minute. That was when God saved me. I talked about that a minute ago. Right, I'm really going for it this morning. That was a lot better. If you clear the left and the right nostril, those of you with scientific knowledge, and that's most teenagers, children and people under the age of 21. For some of the children out there, those above 21, blowing your nose is very important to allow you to breathe well. There's a chap on TV called Wim Hof at the moment, who is, get ready for this, my granddad would fall off his chair laughing. He would fall, oh he would literally, sorry Jim Brown, I'm really sorry that time I pulled the chair. I was a stupid twat and I am genuinely sorry. You know what I mean? Family chique. It's funny though. Not funny at all, so I'm going to take that back. It was not funny at all, because that you could have suffered an injury and we were being stupid twats. I was definitely being a complete arse. I'm really sorry about that. Right. I went into a cathedral in France the other day. I'm not going to tell you where because I'm not a grass. And I genuinely asked for some water. This is no word of a lie. There'll be a bazillion cameras that would have watched my actions. It was a cathedral en Bordeaux. Je regardais le grand le château avant. Je regardais le bateau, la famille, l'eau, dance. Loads of people dancing, laughing, family, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. The gongs. Boom, 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 boom. And then they kept going. Boom, 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 boom. Hear them? Can you hear them? Can you hear the bells? I'll explain to you how I safely got down the stairs in a second. The gongs you can hear is a gong that my wife has bought for me. It's very important because when dinner is ready, she shuts me down and I'm faffing about the place. It's called. That means dinner is ready. At that point, assuming I'm safe, I drop everything I'm doing, try not to break everything, and I get my arse downstairs before she belts me one, because she is in charge, unless she's not well, in which case I'm in charge. What I prefer is that we both love each other. Let's leave ding dong there, because we're going to have a bit of singing in a minute when I get my ball bags out, because everybody wants to see me get my clothes off. Right, Here are some things that are important to me. We talked about what would we do in the event of a fire. Do you remember? What would I do right now? What would I do right now if there was a fire? Do we know? Fire, fire, fire. Get out the safest way I possibly could. I know a lot about escape exits. It is dangerous, but not for me to get out of here. However, I, because I'm trained in firefighting, have made this safe in case children come. In an emergency, I can very easily, I've got a quick way of getting a catch off to get out of that window. In a severe emergency, if there was a raging fire there, I would get the biggest piece of metal or something and I would smash through that glass. And I would, what I used to call when I was 4, dreepy doon safely. But before I do that, I'd get all these cushions and I would throw them down. Right, I was about to demonstrate earlier, if you were listening, it's 45 minutes have passed in case you're wondering, you've been here for a year. Here's my mum's Bible. I would definitely take this in the event of a fire. Who else would I take? I'll give you a clue. Starts with T and ends with Igger. We've got Mickey here. Mickey's important for all sorts of reasons. Mickey makes people laugh. Mickey, when he's a Merlin, there's all sorts of friends who are important here to us. We've got I Love Maverick. Maverick, Mav the bear, is a Royal Air Force teddy bear that Sue takes with him when she goes away. She needs Mav. Here's Wim. Great guy. Teaching adults, get ready for this, you're going to bust off your chair laughing, because I learnt this when I was born. I did learn it when I was born, otherwise I wouldn't be here. How to breathe. Dear granddads, who's in heaven by the way, and dear great granddad, life is great nowadays. After all your sacrifices in the war, things are a lot better. We've got loads of money. I'm fucking loaded, by the way, in case you're wondering. I've got this amazing house. It cost me a marriage. It cost me more trips in the ambulance than I can care to say. I've had about 20, 25 999s to deal with me. I'll come back to what all those things were. Probably a lot more. Lots of 999 ambulance trips. Right, when I'm going to leave you at the top of the stairs, because I'm wanting to read you later. But I'll leave you on this chair and I can sit and relax in a minute and look at the lovely fish. These fish are very